fought against all odds. Shut up. I never thought I'd see the light of day. The dark it gripped me in my heart so long, yeah. And now I think I finally found a way. Even though I fought against all odds.
My grandma told me we the Indians. I was 9 then. They said, "Where your tribe then?" It was stolen from us. Paper genocide and I'ma keep fighting till my soul out my skin. Library ancestry, call the elders again. Might jog y'all mind with a gal and a gin. Even as a boy, grandma knew I was a man, willing to face what I didn't understand. If you said boogeyman, I thought it was a man. Started to treat him like my dad. He'll stop by when he can. Since they didn't, I was Dutch splitting, watching grandma. And so I cooked good chicken. Took a while to realize I'm on a mission. Civil rights about Indians and fuck recognition. Right to own government and own religion. Indigenous to this planet, but they teach our children.
I never thought I'd see the light of day. The dark it gripped me in my heart so long, yeah. And now I think I finally found a way. Even though I fought against all odds.
The revolution won't be televised. Indians waking up from genocide. We were winning the war, they signed treaties on the side. We still here, they teach our kids we died. Oh, we from Africa to take your homeland ties. Ironic that line, trying to take our pride. But I symbolize the scars and blood that dry. Wanna ask Prince where the hell I make a dog cry. Seeing the indigenous get killed from the sky. Reclassify, wanna kill who you are inside. If you on copper color, how you cheap over tribe? Been a long time coming, but the time has arrived. To stop poverty and end genocide. Equality has the rich terrified. Reality has changed before your very eyes. Then when they call criminal was only in the sky.
I never thought I'd see the light of day. The dark it gripped me in my heart so long, yeah. And now I think I finally found a way. Even though I fought against all odds. All odds, against all odds. All odds, against all odds. All odds, I fought against all odds. Yeah.
Halito, everyone. What's up?
Halito, what's happening? So that track is such fire. I've been holding on to that for a minute. I had to make sure I let Coach hear it. Shout out to Chris Hopkins. That track is fire, bro. He got a lot more where that came from. But yeah, I wanted to make sure he gets some burn. We're gonna put on the exit. What's up, beautiful ones? How y'all doing out there in the chat? Triplet, what's up, baby? 3 hours, Halito, Big Scoop, Queen Majestic. So we wanted to make sure we put out some of these opportunities for economic development and, you know, us being able to expand. You need to know what's out there, what's available. If they reject us, if they accept us, we have to start filling out in different areas, which is basically going to be new to us. We're usually going to specific agencies asking for one thing or another, and it doesn't generally suit what the situations that we have, and we very seldomly are able to find relief for some of the situations that we face, especially as American Indians. But we haven't branded ourselves as American Indians and, you know, begin to start applying for and seeing what programs are applicable, what's available to the American Indian, urban Indians especially. You guys need to know the difference. There is going to be things that are available to you without being associated with a federal recognized tribe. So we're gonna have to start seeing and feeling our way around, doing a little bit of Helen Keller, feeling around with the Braille and all of that to see what's what and how we can do things to get ahead. But definitely, there's a few things that we wanted to touch on, wanted to make sure we brought to your attention so you know exactly where to look and who we can sue when they try to, you know, if they try to shut the door in your face. That's pretty much it. Let me see. Which one would you start with first, Coach?
I guess we can start with the maps and get into so everybody can get an idea of what zone they're in, and then we can go from there.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's see here. Okay, I got the map right here. I'm just cutting out my address, my browser address. That's all. And it's gone. Okay, here we go. All right. Can you see that? Oh no, you can't see it. Okay. All right. Can you? Did you put it up on your phone, Phoenix, or on your other side?
No, sir. Do you want me to pull it
Oh
up
no,
like
I can go ahead and explain it to everyone. So basically, this is the Elite Map State and Territory Contact Listing. So basically, what you want to know is when you start trying to reach out for different benefits, different things like that, you want to know what district, what region that you're in. A lot of people like, oh, why would these folks look? Folks need help any way they can get it, especially with what we got going on. And we're just here for solutions to help people get out the jams that they're in. So it's 10 regions, okay? Each region is a different color, and they just did the color so you can understand or get a grip of what all states are in your region. Like I was explaining to Phoenix, with different regions, like you have different regions with HUD, and like that's in Atlanta for like this green part right here. And then you have a different, like if you had HUD and you stayed in Ohio, you would have to go up to Illinois to get those services or reach the main office, the main headquarters for your district, which would be, oh, you good. The main district would be headquarters is in Chicago. So this map here is just something where you can get a quick rundown. And then also these links right here for these pages or everything that we show, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat. It's gonna pop up on everyone's page, on wherever you're watching this at, it's going to pop up. Okay, so these are just the different regions. Okay, Alabama headquarters is in Montgomery. It's just different places. So instead of me trying to go through every different state or every state, all 50 states, and saying what city, what the location is, and who's the person running that program, I'm going to just drop this link right here for everyone. I'm dropping it right now. Okay, let me see, Phoenix, let me get this. But it was something that I had pulled up that I wanted to, I think, go over. But let me.
You did. I can't remember what it was. You just mentioned it too.
I got you. Let me drop this in the chat for everyone, so everybody can get this. Okay, here it is, and paste and send. So out of 12 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look like it only went to 6. So I'm gonna have to resend this link to different places. It's going through right now. I'm trying to let it go through. Let me see, we got Michael L.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna drop the link if they'd like to join. They certainly
Sure.
definitely can contribute.
Sure, I will drop the link.
Let it be an open build. Anybody has anything edifying or constructive to throw in, certainly it's welcome. Any questions you have, see if we can get some answers.
Okay, let me go ahead.
Other than that, I hope everybody is, keeping well. The wind is really brutal, very, very brutal here in New York City. So people be careful. It's not the umbrella day. It actually stopped raining for now, but the wind is really, really strong. So you don't have to be out there. You don't want to.
All right, Renzo. Hey, somebody said that wolf is out. Let me see. Mad Squad Bless Original. I think that's what his name was.
What's up, Matt Squabbles?
Yeah, you said it. You hit it right on. You hit it on the head the first time. See, look at you. You a pro. So let me go in here and manually drop this in because for some reason. Okay, I'm going to drop everybody the link and we're going to get back to work. I'm doing it now. Because I dropped it on Restream and for some reason it ain't going nowhere.
Right. I don't see it in Restream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, I do. I do see it.
Somebody, but you see where it says circles, that mean they haven't been sent. They haven't sent it to all the locations. And I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, well that would be the one that I sent. So that
Oh,
was
I got
just
you right here.
But
I'm right here. Phoenix Moon page live. I'm dropping it in your chat. Moving on to the next one live. Dropping it in your chat.
oh, you got to do it that way.
No,
Okay.
it's on there. It's on there. It's in your chat. It's on Phoenix Moon page on YouTube.
All right. So now the link is available for everybody to get to the links. You'll be able to follow along. Certainly, do your own probing, do your own independent research. We just want to make sure people are aware and see what's out there. You ain't got nothing better to do. Learn something about the country in which you live. Get into your government's business. They do a great job of digging all up in your shit. Dig around and see what's there available, and what's useful and beneficial to you. Let's see what that's about. Let's get used to the win game, not the end game. You know, making everything so final, like everything is just, full of disparity and you ain't always got to take the L. Understand
Office
that.
of Community Service. So basically that map was the head office community service partners with states, communities, and agencies to reduce the cause of poverty, increase opportunities, and economic security. Let me see, security of individuals and families, and vitalize communities and social service and community development programs working a variety of ways to improve the lives of many. Excuse me, it's just small. I'm reading it from, I got multiple windows over here, y'all. I don't have a big screen. OCS's main goals are to serve the economic and social needs of individuals and families with low incomes, provide employment and entrepreneurial opportunities, promote individuals' economic opportunity and security through the creations of full-time permanent jobs. So basically, they're just trying to help you get on your feet at the end of the day. You just have to utilize it and see what they got, and it's a lot of keywords will be low income. Check out what's the median for your state. Where I stay in Atlanta, it's only the median is 79,000. So if your household doesn't make 79,000 a year, you are poor. Up in Maryland, I think it's 84, 86,000. And when you go up, the further up you go, the higher it goes. So find out what's the median in your community, because a lot of people might be making $17 an hour, bringing home, I don't know, 35, 36, 37,000 a year. You're poor. So it's a lot of programs out here to help you not be poor, and opportunities and get you out from working a 9 to 5 every day, where you can get things going for yourself. It's very big opportunities. A lot of times you can use them to get your feet, off the ground and learn something by working and run what you want to do. A lot of people use it as, oh, we going back to the government, we looking for handouts and we looking for this. Y'all folks is tripping, big time. Big time, big time. So let me get back over here, Fade. Okay. All right, Phoenix. I'm gonna go to I think where we was at. We was at land banks.
Yes, land banks.
Okay. Center for Community Progress, vacant spaces into vibrant places. Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if anybody ever heard about land banks.
Have you guys ever heard of land banks? Like, drop a 1 in the chat if you have. I want to see what's up. I'll see if you guys can give any feedback. Have you guys ever heard of land banks? And they're throughout the country, so It's not just limited to one specific location.
Michael Brown said he heard of land bank before.
Do you have any success stories, Michael Brown? Do you know anyone that's participated?
Shatahaya, did I say that correctly? Okay, RL said no. Liz said no. Liz Robinson said no. Halito Liz. Camp Powhatan, Guapo.
Okay, so at best, we have this land bank program that is available in all of these communities. So these are our inner cities. These are our dilapidated buildings, tax properties. Generally, they're just the eyesores, that abandoned house that's been there, for 10, 20, 30 years. It's so abandoned that the animals don't even want to live inside of it, right? But it's next door to your house. So now these are not only, sometimes they can be dens for all sorts of debauchery and different things that you certainly don't want living next door to you, right? An abandoned house, unkept, is, the eyesore is one thing, but the depreciation and the value from the neighborhood is another. There are also fire hazards. There's a lot of things that can happen. Structural damage from this house, this eyesore house can actually bring damage to your house. It depends. But these land banks are supposed to have opportunities for people to be able to develop and put them back into the community and get them back as being properties that are available out to the public. So some of these things do require, now what do? We've always spoken about nonprofit organizations and in a negative way. So now that we realize how to obtain some of these grants, it kind of changes how we look at that, right? For the simple fact that you have to be in it to win it. So now, are we saying that everything that we think and feel about the government is a bad thing? Absolutely not. But we know certainly in order to maintain or to even establish relationships, in our case, there's some steps that we're going to have to take. So certainly being aware of how to deal with these relationships. We have the farming, the USDA. That is something that the American Indian is very familiar with agriculture. Definitely needs to be introduced to. And these are the opportunities that are available to us to be able to dominate within that industry. You say you want food, we need to control this, we need to control that. But we need to go through and check out what the USDA is offering these programs for. Not all of us have been interested in farming. We haven't taken those things seriously. Families have no longer taken those things seriously. And there's been, even on the individual aspect, it's a lot to do it by oneself in a capacity to where it makes a real difference to the rest of us, right? So we definitely want to check out these land banks and all of these properties. And then look, we also noticed as we were checking out these links, especially with the land banks, and we just were looking at random areas, what happens is they don't have the meeting minutes there. You guys want to check out the meeting minutes from the town hall, from whatever meeting is happening regarding your environment, your neighborhood, your town, your city, your village, your county, your state, right? You want to know what's going on. What do people say? You have to keep an eye on things because the corruption might be right there in any town, USA, where you are right now, and you may not know. And it may be you're going to run into your gatekeepers that are not really making these things available to you. And they have a way of manipulating things. We need to know what's going on so we can just know exactly who it is that we're supposed to hit. So this way we can eliminate all of the shadow boxing. When people do us wrong, when people discriminate against us through these programs, we have to have some sort of activity that is going to be the clapback to make sure that doesn't happen to us. But we haven't been looking in these programs. We have not really don't hear too many success stories because a lot of people don't talk about it. They are relying on things in a different way instead of utilizing what's there available, what's readily available that we have never really looked at before.
And it's thousands of them. Well, at least hundreds of them that I see.
Hundreds.
That's right.
Right,
That's
if not thousands. That's right.
That's right. So we've been focusing on finding as much help as possible from every shape and form to get us on the roll again, so there's no excuse. Can't say you didn't know about these programs because we're going to try to find and give you every last one of them, one by one. Yeah, my mic on.
And certainly, if anyone heard our show regarding the Section 3 that we did last year, if you have attempted to try and benefit or utilize that program, and if you have not had any success, I still want to hear from you. If you have had some success, I still want to hear from you as well. Because that program, we have to show where the money is. The money has been available for decades. What's happened is the people that are responsible to make sure that the money reaches the inner city, reaches the rural areas, reaches the urban areas, they have been irresponsible. So how do we catch people red-handed and being, with benign neglect and malicious intent, and how we have blatantly being overlooked, underprivileged, and our voices go crying on deaf ears. So this is how we're going to need people to be active in these community programs, participating in these things, so we can keep our eye on the people that we thought was going to do the job for us. Clearly, they have not. Not everybody's a bad person, but some people just don't know what their responsibilities are, what exactly their job is. They follow policy and procedures, and that's kind of it. Doesn't mean or guarantee that they're going to know the law. They're going to know how it affects you negatively or positively, especially if they have these programs where large amounts of money is involved, specific programs and areas to where our people or people of color could truly dominate in these specific industries. That money will go to other people that have not, paid how they weighed. They are brand spanking new, and they're here, enjoying benefits that our particular people have not been able to enjoy. Or they don't even know that it's for them. Or we have foreigners dominating these programs, and then they keep them within, in the tangible reach of their own people, which really technically isn't a wrong thing. You look out for your house first, right? If you only have 5 eggs, you're going to feed your children first before you let the lady next door borrow an egg. That's just general shit. But at the same time, what's happening is for these programs, these people are practicing racism, and they are looking out for their own foreign interests that have absolutely nothing to do with America. We have to look at what programs are available, who started it, who funded it, where it's come from, what are their success stories. You can basically look at reviews for everything. So you definitely want to review how companies are rated, right? You want to look at programs, and you want to see what people are saying about these programs. Like now, for somebody that's in this age that thinks about going to Job Corps, right? Somebody that thinks about Job Corps, they can go and look at the specs of the Job Corps that they were looking to go to, and maybe select another one. This one is known for not being clean. This one is known for that. Who has the highest success rate or completion percentage? These are some of the things you want to know. We have to look at the specs, and we have to look at the way things operate when we're making these choices to get into these programs or look into these situations that are going to make us, supposed to put us in a better situation.
I agree. Someone asked a question, said, will the dolls rolls help us?
Okay, that depends on what tribe you are. The Dawes Rolls is not going to help the American Indians that have experienced paper genocide, so to speak. Not in some cases, in most cases. If you are in fact a descendant of the Dawes Rolls, you need to find that tribe. You can contact them, the genealogy department in Oklahoma, for whichever tribe it is. And as far as like the Cherokee is concerned, I know off the whip, if you have a family member that was on the rolls between maybe 1890 and 1907, then you would be entitled. They'll put your, I don't know if they put the blood quantum, you need to check which tribe it is in that regard. But you definitely want to contact Oklahoma. That has nothing to do with what happened to the other Indians in their respective places. So it is indeed a separate level of expertise you may want to have, but certainly if your family is on there and you can prove that in between that time period, you shouldn't have any problem.
Okay,
You
I
shouldn't.
wanted to comment on that. Like you said, once the late 1800s, early 1900s, and your family's on those rolls, and you contact those folks, and you do able to prove it, like HUD Section 3, because someone said I inquired about HUD Section 3, City Hall sent me the HUD office, and HUD had no clue what I was talking about. So I had them Google it right then. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to report them. I'm gonna find the number to report them for any HUD office that
Right.
says they don't know nothing about Section 3,
Right.
or any project, because a lot of people go to, they're looking for the HUD building to get HUD services, especially Section 3, when 9 times out of 10, all you got to do is find the projects. Find the office at your local projects. That's all you have to do for HUD Section 3. I called them live.
That's right.
I called them live. I called one of these project facilities, and the lady was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get some services with HUD Section 3." And she was like, "Yes, with employment? Sure, let me send you right over there." They knew exactly what I was talking about. Because HUD just don't give you employment, they give you the education you need to do the job that you're doing. So you'll be certified through HUD Section 3. And HUD has a lot of programs. If you're in Chicago, which we got a lot of brothers on Chicago, I'm going to get with Sean and see if we can get him up down into the Section 3 building so he can tell the brothers down there that they have a lot of programs for the brothers down at the HUD Section 3 building. That was very, very big. We went to the seminar down on June the 11th of last year, and they were showing how all the people from the different communities was getting and benefiting from HUD. So you should go down to your local projects. As long as you stay 1 mile from the projects, that is what you call that's a Section 3 zone. You're in that Section 3 zone. I'm not even saying the correct term. But it's something about Section 3 zone. As long as you're 1 mile within the projects. And then right there in the projects and like so many square feet from the projects, that will be your hot zone. Okay, your targeted areas, the people they're aiming at first is the way they'll say it. So if your mom's staying Section 8, her and her kids automatically qualify for HUD Section 3. And they can run
And
a
that's
business.
anybody. I want people to understand when Section 8 comes up in your neighborhood, single males, you don't need children. You can be single. You don't have to have children or dependents to receive Section 8. You may get a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment, but do not believe that misconception. You guys could get food stamps. You guys could get the same things that anybody else that is entitled to get. Don't keep that in mind. So if there's a public housing offer or a Section 8 offer, you can accept that. You do not need to have any dependents in order to for males to receive Section 8. That is a misconception. And definitely, if you out on your back pocket, you definitely can qualify for Section 8.
It be trying to go bust somebody upside the head trying to eat at nighttime because you hungry. You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we got to think. Like if I can get these little groceries to do what I need to do to get on my feet, hey, go ahead and get them groceries. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool.
That is available. Definitely. So now the HUD Section 3, what's been happening, they act like they don't know what you're talking about. And to be honest with you, there are a lot of people that really don't know what the hell they are what we are talking about. And in which case, we have to report those people. Maybe they do know and they want to know how much you know, but you can guarantee that any of the bids that have come through that office, you don't know anything about it, nor do any of the entrepreneurs in your family know anything about it.
Okay, Seven God says, as far as Section 8, as long as you have no felonies, right? Now, I don't know the criteria for Section 8. But I know Section 3.
No, I think Section 8 is may specifically be for drugs. And you probably will have certainly any sexual deviant crimes. It will be a big exclusion. But I think it's for drugs, and you may have to. It may has to be in New York. I know plenty of people that are felons that have been able to get Section 8.
A lot of people saying they never heard of Section 3. I might have to refresh them.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to go back over that. There's different sections. It's not just Section 3. There is a bunch of them that came with the Fair Housing Act with the rights of Indians. The other day, 52 years of the Civil Rights Act. There is so many components and facets to it that need to be looked. They absolutely need to be looked into. The Fair Housing Act, people are getting discriminated against. You know that you can have Section 8 in Beverly Hills, right? You can have Section 8 in one of the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, right? So you have to know certain things, and we haven't really been versing ourselves in these areas to know how to maximize these opportunities.
Phoenix, somebody said no felonies in Connecticut. You can't be on a lease on Section 8. But what I was going to say, on Section 3, you can get on Section 3 right as soon as you come out of prison. Most people that get out of prison utilize Section 3. And the funny part about it is Trump used Section 3 to make all his Trump tires. So if you can utilize Section 3 getting out of prison, and Trump still utilizing Section 3 and he's a billionaire, then go take and go find out, go get on the HUD portal and find out what benefits they got, especially if you're a young brother working minimum wage, don't have a job, and you just hustling and bustling. Go find out what they got for you, please. All right? Because they look out, I'm telling you.
That's right.
There was a whole bunch of brothers in there that just got out of prison with a mouth full of gold teeth. One brother had 54 employees already. They had a whole bunch of gigs going on, and that was just working under HUD Section 3. I seen it with my own eyes. I talked to the brothers. When I walked out, they was over there. I talked to them for a little while, and they just like us. So Kenneth said they're doing background checks and credit checks in Cali for Section 8, but I will do some research on HUD Section 3. Yeah, Kenneth Brown, check out Section 3.
Now one thing I know about California, they give people a really hard way to go that have been evicted. And that is a direct contribution to, the serious homelessness problem that I've seen way more. It's a lot different than what you see in even New York City. You've never seen anything like that. And that's the whole state of California, not just limited to Skid Row. It is the entire state. They have some terrible things going on. And no, California is generally a state that gets what it is, gets what they want. Apparently, they have not wanted to loosen some of those restrictions on how people monopolize and nepotism, financial discrimination as well, socioeconomic discrimination. And it makes it really, really hard to live in California. And when you do, you're barely making it. And that's not even including all the time you spend in your car. So this is why you have serious amounts of the depression. There's also a really deep, serious thing going on with the foster care system and the child protective system there, and how they just whip children from the home. It's a lot going on in different places. But again, the people have the power, and they wanted to smoke weed really bad. They gotta want to hold on to secure and safe housing for them and their people as well. So maybe California will get to that, but there's a serious concern and issue going on. So that ain't no lie.
That's a fact.
But as far as the Section 3 is concerned, maybe we do need to bring that back. Let me see. Hold on one second.
Hey, I got no problem. I love Section 3. I might be able to break it down a little bit better now than I did last time.
Right.
because I have a better understanding. But I know that Section 3 is like available immediately. Like, it's like they have certain time when you're dealing with grants. They have only certain times where you can get those grants for building projects and stuff for people living in the home. But if your mama stay in the projects or in a home Section 8 house, you can automatically take advantage of going to school, all that stuff under Section 3. Getting all that HVAC and electricity and all that other good stuff. Section 3, it deals with contracts for your job. Say if you paint, fix roofing, do drywall, you cut grass, whatever it is you do, you can go to Section 3 portal and you can fill it out what you do and go get some contracts, all right? And they were gonna pay you top dollars, and a lot of them have programs. If it's your first time, they will give you one job. If you do very good, they'll give you 3 jobs. They just don't look at how good you do, they look at how long it takes you to do it. And they always encourage you to go hire someone else to do to work with you as they give you bigger gigs. I know one brother, he ended up doing 1. Then when he did 3, he hired one dude to help him do the 3. And then after that, they gave him like a couple of units. And he did those units. And now he has 8 employees. And they're handling like some apartment complexes, dealing with older peoples, but they're like painting and doing different things like that. And they're making top dollars. They're getting contracts for all these different buildings and companies. Strictly through Section 3, well, a lot of time they don't have to bid. They do have bid, and they have ones where they don't have to bid for jobs, and it's awesome. I know a lot of people that's working off HUD Section 3 right now, right here in my town, that's been utilizing off for coming over here and sitting down with me and talking for a while. So make sure you get a chance to check out what's available in your area. I remember asbestos, I think, if I'm saying it correct, asbestos. Asbestos is big right now. I think this is very dangerous. I think it was in the paint or something like that. And that was the #1 job hiring right now in the country, and they paying a dumbass number to go do this, something like 80, 90,000 a year to go do this, to do these gigs. And out of the country, that's pretty good money. A lot of people that's not a lot of money, but if you work in a plant job, like I said, $17 an hour, you bring home about $30,000 a year. And a lot of times they have these, this person said, Shatahaya said they did asbestos removal before. So you definitely need to get on setting up the contaminant and all that stuff. So you definitely need to hurry up and get on that portal because it's the biggest thing that they're looking for right now. Oh, they're also looking for people that know how to inspect houses. You know how to go through the house.
Right.
That's right. They have a very high demand for that as well. Well, they'll take you and show you how you can get the class, and you can go ahead and start working the areas that they need you to work. It's a lot of big gigs running. I mean, right now that pays good, that can take care of a household, that people need to tap into. That really don't have anything, is just sitting on and say, hey, there ain't no good jobs out here. Ain't nobody hiring right now. I can't get a break right now. I didn't fill out every job on the internet right now. I can't get a gig right now. So I'm gonna check that out because I'm a structural certified welder, electrician, drone. See, there you go. Now I'm gonna give you a little tip that I learned. When you fill out for those gigs, fill them out one at a time. Don't go in as, hey, I'm gonna do it all guy. Do an account for welding. Do another account for electrician. Do another account for drywall. Do another, so make sure that you put those individually. And you can put as many businesses as you want. Now, the business has to be legal. That's all that they ask, is the business be legal. Now, that's not too much to ask when you can make a legit business in 30 minutes sitting behind your phone on your lunch break. So there's no excuse to where, oh, I can't get this business. I got to wait and get these funds right. EIN number is free. A DUN number is free. So there's no excuse to getting that started. So y'all can get rid of that excuse.
No
I just got
time.
rid of it for you.
And that takes away from some of what you know, the fees and stuff that you have to pay when you want to file for different articles of incorporation. So now there, like I said, there's going to be some things that we have to revisit, specifically how to function a nonprofit organization as an American Indian. We haven't been taught these things. And in order to qualify for most of these grants, you will need a DUNS number. You will need to be registered with a SAM.gov account. You're going to have to, there are some different criteria that you will, and prerequisites that you'll have to, you know, take the initiative to complete prior to seeking out some of these services. So you definitely want to have your ducks in a row. You can't just go, you know, banging on the door saying, hey, I heard about HUD Section 3 from Coach in Phoenix, and we want our money to open up. You can't do it like that. You have to make yourself knowledgeable about it, so that this way we, when we are looking to hold somebody responsible for them not doing their job, or even to acknowledge how they performed that specific job and how, you know, it benefited or was a disservice to you at all. You have to be able to know what you're talking about and articulate that in order, you know, to make sure you get it what it is that you need.
That's right. Because so you got me thinking about all of that. And what I was going to say was I have portals from the summit that you can't say they got it from me, because it's going to have their name all over it. And we can show, I can choose another day. I can probably do it tomorrow when I get up early, find all those portals, and I'll just walk through it. So it might be a little early when I get up, but the reason why I'm gonna do it early, because that's the only time I'm gonna be free to do it. So don't be hitting me with, man, coach, early and I wasn't able to catch it live. It's gonna be on there all day. I'm gonna tackle it the best I can. Don't forget to list your business phone number, one of the first thing they will check. Get some net 30 accounts to boost your business. That's right, Tiffany Gibson. I don't know who you are, but you preaching right now. You telling them what's the main thing that need to be done. The business has to be legit. What's a legit? You gotta, whatever you do, it just has to be legit. If you saying you offering a service, offer that service. That's all I'm saying. That's it. As long as it's a legit business, you're good. Like she said, you get you some net 30 accounts. I have an, let me pull that up. You don't mind if I show them that, do they?
No, go for it.
Okay, Tiffany Gibson said, don't forget to list your business phone number, and this is for everyone. When you go to the Section 3, they're going to have a portal for you, okay? I'm going to go over all this tomorrow, but I'm going to give you a quick rundown. When you go to the portal, they're going to have one for residential. That's for you and your home and different things for bidding your homes and seeing what type of benefits you can get for your home if you're a homeowner. And I think even if you rent a home, they also have some different benefits. You just have to see what's available. But then they have another portal on the same one, and it says business. This is when you put your business and what you do and what you're good at and all that stuff in there. Put your it's going to ask for your business name, like they said. Make sure you have your business phone number. Net 30 account is good because when she said boost your business credit, that's federal. D and B is federal. So that means you're doing business to business and they can verify that you're a good company. That's all they're saying. Somebody said, I'm confused. What is Section 3 benefits? Look up HUD, H-U-D, Section 3. Just Google it. And it'll break down all of the different programs that they have. It'll break them down for you, okay? Because it can help you in different ways. You just got to see what programs that they have. But what I know for is businesses and getting contracts, big contracts, like the brother said he had all them skills. He might find a contract for $1.5 million. I showed a video where a white dude said he went for a contract service and the dude told him to get Section 3 certified, And within the next 3 contracts, within that year, he made over $1.5 million in contracts through HUD Section 3. And the dude said after he made that money, he spent the next 2 years learning about Section 3 because he had made the money to go sit his ass down and figure out what was going on and why he was able to make so much money through Section 3. Now, this is what Dr. Kingdom died for, 1968. They went ahead and signed it, and they was talking about some Indians. Them folks that was tearing shit up, they was talking about you niggas.
Right. That's right.
They put all this stuff in place. Every year, the government puts to aside billions of dollars for HUD Section 3. So now all you got to do is figure out what your niche is or what services you need for like a grant and go down there and shoot your proposal, get you a grant writer, and you can be awarded within the millions of dollars if you had the right concept or was creative enough to go ahead and get that bread, okay? A lot of people is getting it. All you have to do is find a need in your city and just meet that demand. That's all we have to do. That's just like working a business. You trying to find a demand, you trying to meet a demand. And kind of remember, what's the word they say? Try to think of something you can get paid working 6 feet from folks.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
But that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna do the HUD Section 3 in the morning. I'm gonna post it on all the channels, and I'm gonna go through. It's a portal, and it's a good portal. It breaks down what they're doing, what they already done, and what they're looking to do. And it's good that you all get to see what they're doing because you can speak in on what they're trying to do. If they're trying to propose some BS, we can go in there as a big group. We can break down what they propose because they had a proposal not too long ago. We can break down the proposal and see if it benefit us. If it don't, we have the power to get enough of us to say, yo, we don't want that, and they have to change it. They have to. But if we don't even know what the damn proposal is, or we don't even know what Section 3 is, we can't do shit but just follow suit and just take what they're going to give us because we ain't putting no input in nothing because we don't know about nothing.
That's right. That is correct. It is. It would behoove people to dig into it, dig a little deeper.
Right. When you start digging in it, you start seeing folks staying in projects making $3 million a year for 3 years before they have to leave the projects. People don't know that.
That's right. $3 million a year. Look at those fake white Indian tribes we caught.
That's right. I was about to get to that. They was
Look at all
utilizing
those
Section 3 funds.
That's right.
And the dude was taking 500,000, 60,000, 100,000. I'm talking about all throughout the country. You got the pale face or the European claiming to be you and taking your benefits. Ain't this some shit? They taking your money, and somebody caught their ass and did a big story on it. And we was going around. We shared all the stories, and like they was busting their ass. I mean, crackers going around saying they shot Todd. The fuck out of here.
Listen, these people been federally recognized since right before Nixon left out of office, and some of them as early as 1981. Okay, and they've been pretending to have your Alabama relatives. Okay, the Alabama Slammers. These people been getting away while these niggas been pretending to be black, African American, everything but the Indian. You had the white people doing what they do, stealing your shit right up under your nose.
All skin folks ain't skin folks. All skin folks ain't skin folks. You got them trying to follow and do what they was doing. Like, hey, man, I don't give a damn about that tribe shit. I'm gonna make up a tribe and we're gonna go get their money. And that shit wrong.
That's right. It's totally unlawful, and that shit infringes on our rights.
I proved that on my old mainframe. Didn't want to believe it. Instead, disrespected MK like a fool. Well, he died to get this out. He found out what was going on. What your boy say? Any Judah came clean in the end. All right, more like the tribes money. That's right, Renzo. They taking the tribes money. Okay. Somebody said they would like to come and talk some business stuff with us. You don't have the link? Let me see it with the link. Oh, that's not the link. I was trying to send the brother the link. I think I got the link. Let me see if I can go back and scoop it up real quick.
I think I could send it. Hold on one second. I got it. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't go through. No, I did it on Restream. It didn't go through.
Yeah, I see it. It went through. It's checking on out.
Okay.
I want to make up a tribe, the original High Tops at NYC. They said, no, I need to stick with my tribe. Damn, Joe.
Yes.
What's going on, Copper Empress?
Papa Empress, what's up, beloved?
$350K on the COVID relief fund went to NA communities here in VA. Well, I don't know. It's like when you start digging in that stuff, it's like you're gonna get lost. And right now I'm trying to fix it. When this shit is over, excuse my language, we are at grandma's, but when this is over, I want some stuff to have they stuff together, and I want us to build. I want to be promoting you all's commercials in the middle of our live feeds. I want to have commercials every 15 minutes or something like that. Every 10 minutes, somebody will pop in with their brand or what they produce. What if they're healing somebody, some clothing, some shoes, some shirts, some pants, whatever it is. I think it's time for us to get to rolling. And we ain't got to keep screaming at folks. We need to support. We just need to support each other and make that a trend to make others want to be like, yo, man, I want to get down with y'all. Like, y'all really take care of each other, and that's all we really have to do. Somebody got to see the shit done right. Dang, I keep cursing.
That's right.
Yeah, but somebody got to see it done right. But,
Now, if everybody was able to file for this stimulus, if y'all need some help, I'm offering this today and maybe for a couple of hours tomorrow. Do not try and overwhelm and flood, but if y'all need help, hit up nograndmakillers.com@gmail.com, and I'll assist you with the show you how to get the $1,200. You do qualify. Check on your seniors. Anyone that receives Social Security, they automatically will qualify, so they should be seeing a stimulus payment, and that doesn't require you to do anything. But certainly check their finances. Recently with the COVID, and see if they're 401k. You got to check on your seniors and make sure they haven't suffered, some serious major losses to anything. And make sure that you bring it to their awareness that they have to make sure that they are maintaining their own financial thing. A lot of us don't live with our parents or in close proximity, and that's just like, everybody's living their own lives, so you don't kind of get into your parents' their financial business, but definitely as far as being the responsible thing to do to avoid any type of disasters, and the extra disasters in the event of any catastrophes. You kind of want to have an idea of what's going on with their finances as well, because to truth be told, if they owe debt, they before you get a dime, you'd be responsible as an heir to anything regarding their estate. So you definitely want to not be nosy and get invasive and stuff like that. I wouldn't start off saying, how much is your life insurance? I wouldn't start off the conversation like that. But you definitely want to ask your parents or your elders what kind of things they have going on. They may have suffered a significant loss, especially now with this COVID-19 thing going on. They could have suffered a significant financial loss and have no idea. So you definitely want to check it.
we got Bonton, South Dallas. He said he wanted to talk about some of this business stuff. What you got for us? How you doing?
All right, can you hear me?
I hear you good. Come on.
All right, yeah, okay. My name is Bonton South Beach. That's my little chat name. But I do lawn care and landscaping, flowers, irrigation, and stuff like that. I listened to y'all video the other day. I heard y'all talking about the business stuff. I know I got a lot of stuff I can help. You know what I'm saying? I want to help the brothers and sisters, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I learned a lot. I got like over like 20 years experience. I'm going to flip my camera around and show you some of the stuff I'm doing. This is my yard right here. This is one of the big.
Hold on,
I
I'm
put
about
this
to
bed
get
in
it.
the
I'm
other
about to
day.
get it. Let me pull them up.
Y'all see that flower bed?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Okay, I just put that in the other day. This is around a tree right here. And this right here is a little over design. This pot like it's falling over.
Right.
Yeah. And I put the sprinklers, I put 4 zones of sprinklers in here by myself as well. So it's actually what I do. So I actually work for a company, but I got my own little side thing.
Right.
But it's legal. I got a DBA. I got my business card. I filed the taxes and everything. So it's legit. So you actually, I think the key to getting a business is I'm gonna run this thing real quick so y'all can see it again. Once you get your credit good, it's good to get a personal line of credit. Actually, I'm working on that. My credit is good because we got the house and everything, me and my wife. But what I want to do is just build it up a little bit more, pay so many years on the house, on the mortgage and everything, then go for a personal line of credit. It's basically like, say for instance, they'll give you like $200,000 in credit, and they'll put it in an account. It's yours. You can use it when you need it. And whenever you need it, you pay the interest on it. It's always there. If a good investment come along, you always got it. You know what I'm saying? So a person is called, hello? Oh, man.
Yes.
Y'all still there? Hello?
Yes. Yes. Father.
Yeah,
Yes.
we still here. We still here.
My phone had went off. I thought y'all was gone. Okay.
Oh no, I
It's
mute
called
my
a personal
mic so
line.
we can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna put my phone to my face a little bit better. It's called a personal line of credit. It's better than the credit cards and all that stuff. Because once you get that loan, you're able to say you get a $200,000 loan. They'll give it to you. It'll be in an account. It's there. You don't pay interest on it until you use it. And once you use it, say a good investment come for a home, for some real estate, for a property, or you want to just get your business started, then you start paying on the interest. It's always there. It's yours. It's just sitting in your account.
That's
But
I know about that. That's but that's
Okay.
off of your social security number.
but actually, but see, it's like it's called a business. You can get a business line of credit, or you can get a personal line of credit. Either
Right,
one.
I know.
Right.
But
Right.
see, the whole thing is, I understand that's good work. I mean, I dealt with those before by the experience. When you're dealing with those, you got to put that social. You go get that personal line of credit. You got to use that social. The whole key is not to use the social, to go get a bank account, to use your business just your business name, your EIN, your DUNS, and getting no personal guaranteed loans, lines of credits without that social security number. That's like the key. So anything happen, you're not responsible. You and your family are secure. You're paying your family. Only the business is secure. Only the business is responsible. But once you start putting your social security on those documents, now you are responsible. So those that's the only thing. That's the only reason why we stopped doing those.
Let me get to you like this then. Okay, say for instance, I get a $200,000 loan, right?
Right.
With my social security number on it.
Right.
Say I don't pay them back. I put a Donald Trump. In 7 years, that's gonna fall off my account.
Yeah, but why you gonna do that? Why you gonna wait 7 years when if the business don't work out, I can just go start another business and be right back in business in 8 months, versus waiting 7 years for something to fall off. We ain't worried about that. Business is done. All that's done. We working on another business now because I tried it failed. The money didn't work out. I wasn't able to pay it back. Whatever. I learned my lesson. Now let me go try it again in 8 months. It's not under my social security number. Remember, I don't have to go file a bankruptcy. It's not under my social.
Right. But you're not even filing a bankruptcy.
Well, I mean, not filing, just waiting 7 years for it to fall off is
Right.
basically what I'm saying. Instead of waiting 7 years to fall off, there's nothing to fall off because you never gave them your social.
Okay, so the way you talking about doing, you gotta build your business credit like with the Home Depots and all that stuff, and get all the footwork and get everything where they can see that you've been doing business to give you the business up under the what you call it?
You're a smart man. That's it. But the whole thing is,
Right.
we've been doing it for so long. Instead of
Uh-huh.
trying to call businesses and say, "Oh, do you do this and do you do that?" I got a list of all the companies that's gonna deal with you just based off
Right.
of what you've been doing. I have the credentials. I mean, I have the paperwork that shows okay how many trade lines you need to go get this loan and how long it need to be running for. See, it only takes 9 to 10 months to get to going in a Ford dealership and saying, "I want to get this truck for my company," and just giving them your business name and walking out with the keys. See, it only takes 10
Right.
months to do that. I'm not trying to
Right.
build my personal credit and then I get a company running and I get sued and now my house or something like that, they about to bust me over the head and I don't have 7 years because now they're suing me. But if I
But
do
you gotta
it
have a
this
brick and
way,
mortar, right? You can't have.
if you do it this way, they
Go
sue
ahead.
the company. They can only go after the company. They can't come after you and your family because your socials on nothing.
Okay, you gotta have a brick and mortar though. You can't have no residence, right?
That's
The
what I'm
business.
saying. I understand. But once you put that social, it don't matter what you got. They coming for it. I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying what you talking about. See, I actually got a lot of information on the way you talking about it, all the steps and everything. And I actually, since my credit was good, I didn't go that way.
I understand that. You can do that too. A lot of people can do that. Now, also, like you're saying, a good personal credit, it'll help you build up your business credit. But like I
Right.
said, you're gonna come into that battles of what all was purchased or what all was that. So say if you getting sued, just say if you make it big and you paying $5,000 a month for child support, right? And you mess around and get a deal and now the baby mama want 100,000 or some crazy stuff like that, 100,000 a month for child support, right?
Right.
Now you're able to say, hey, the business made it big. The business only pays me, and I'm not trying to get out of child support, y'all, so don't bust Coach over the head. But you can say, hey, the business only paid Coach $20,000 a month. So now they can only go get off of $20,000 a month. You get what I'm saying? Instead of getting off of, if the company hit 200 million or 500 million, they can't go after that. Or no, I'm just using that as a suit technique. They can't come after you for something you personally do after the company, and if something the company do, they can't come after you.
Right. Okay, I got a lot of information on that too. I'm gonna send it to you. I want to send Finish Moon some stuff too. I took this business class for like 1,500. I'm gonna send her all the CDs, and she can listen to them, and she can teach whoever she can help in the Indian community. It's a very good package, man. I just need a PO box somewhere I can send it to. The CDs, it's talking about the taxes, talking about it's talking about everything dealing with business. It's a class I took for 1,600, so I can donate that and get that to y'all to help. I'll do that. I don't have a problem with that because I know there's a lot of stuff out there that people need. You know what I'm saying? Just the knowledge, basically.
Yeah, anytime I can help with that sector, because I've owned businesses that I'm not even gonna lie to you, I've failed in businesses. I had some businesses went well, and I thought it was gonna take off, and it failed. And I had some businesses that did very, very great. The only reason why they did well is because I failed all those other times. So it was just trial and error, and then just really sitting down and figure out how this federal system worked. We're dealing with that paydex. The business credit, because the federal government, they got programs. They charge you $1,500 to run a business credit profile, and I can show you how to do it. I can tell you how to do it for free. Now, if you want me to sit down and do it, I might charge you a little something because I got to sit down and do it. I got bills to pay. I can't do people credit profiles all day, and I can't feed my family and keep my light bill at night. That wouldn't be fair to me. But other than that, I'm not robbing grandmas, helping people neither. I'm doing the best I can to help as many people as possible, get their businesses going, and it's going well as of right now. Anyone that has done business with me dealing with business credit, as of right now, all of them are doing great. We keep up because every month they might need a little help transitioning to another tier or another level of credit, and I've been coaching them through it, and it's been going wonderful. It's been going very wonderful. The sport said Indians don't pay child support. I would take care of your child, man. I wouldn't even say don't pay child support. Just take care of your child. That's all I can say to that. Just take care of your child.
In my situation, I got all the equipment, I got all the skills. I just gotta just get this little. I'm gonna get this personal loan. I'm just gonna take off on my own. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. Cause
Right, now, just do me a favor.
I got all the equipment and stuff.
When you do that, just make sure separate yourself from your business.
I'm listening.
That's all I'm asking you. Separate yourself from your business.
LLC.
Huh? Well, see, the LLC is just a part of it. Even if you do have an LLC, you still got to act as if you're not. See, I can have an LLC, but if I go get a business, get a bank account, and I put my social on there, it's defeating the purpose. What you got an LLC for if you're gonna put your personal information in it? The LLC don't mean nothing no more.
Oh, you saying separated with your name and your social?
That's right.
You
have to
keep it
separated.
Okay. Gotcha. So they can't sue you.
Huh?
So they can't sue you. They only can sue what's part of the business. They can't try to get your house, nothing like that.
So say if you got in an altercation with somebody and you punched somebody in the street, you know y'all got into it, but it was wrong or something like that, or you just got mad or something or seen something wrong and you beat somebody up. I'm just throwing this out, and you went to jail or whatever.
Right.
And now these folks coming to sue you, right?
Right.
It wasn't the company that beat the buddy up, was it? It was you that beat the buddy up. So now it's you that got to deal with them situations, with the criminal situation, and buddy coming back to sue you if he wanted to sue you if he was injured or something, and then he had to sue you. He can't go sue that company. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, right. So
now,
basically,
the difference if you're on company or if you're on the company ground, that might be a little different. But I'm just saying, like, it's just basically you just separating yourself from your business. You keeping your family secure. You pay yourself from your company because your company gonna have expenses and bills and all that stuff as well. So you're just gonna separate the two. That's all you're gonna do.
Right. Cause I got a DBA now. It's like a sole proprietor. So I just got that started off with that because I know I can change it later. But like you say, the main thing is to get my social off of there. And it's just like a little lawn care business, but it actually comes in handy because a lot of stuff that you use normally, you get tax write-off anyway. And you know what I'm saying, you use your office, you get paid for, you know what I'm saying, got your office at your house. My business anyway, because I got the garage, my equipment and stuff, it's like a home business basically. And I get a lot of tax write-off for a lot of stuff that I use normally.
Right. Now, someone said get a business banking account. A lot of times when you go to a bank, they're going to want that social. It's hard to get out to giving them folks that social. I'm just telling you from experience.
Actually, I got a bank account with my
credit.
A business credit.
I don't go try to get a business account until, really, truthfully, until about 4 to 5 months in. Because I don't want to give them nobody's social. I don't like nobody being responsible. The bank wants someone to be responsible, especially if the business don't have any business credit. So what I do is I show people how to go ahead and get those net 30s out the way, the ones that they can afford, especially things if you need some things. Say if you're a tattoo artist and you needed some ink, how you can get that ink to your house. If you need it today, they'll bring it to you the same day. And after doing that for so long, after 3 or 4 months of that, then go to a bank and say, hey, I've been running my business for 4 months. This is what I've been doing. And you really don't have to show them. They're going to see what you're doing. As soon as you give them that business name, they're going to say, okay, these folks is making a lot of orders of ink. They're really working. Okay?
Right.
now you got a chance to get a loan. But it's some more things that you got to do that we also show you on how to get the loan.
Right. Cause you gotta get that. You gotta get that. You gotta get that website. You gotta get them footprints where they can go back and type your business up and see your business on the internet and everything. You gotta do a lot of that stuff. Actually, like I said, I went through that a little class with a brother. He taught me all that, but I just, like I say, I went the other way because I had good credit, personal. So, like you said,
You went out, big homie. I heard you say, like you said, was the last thing I heard. All right. He went out. Phoenix, you got booted. Oh, man. What's going on with StreamYard today? Let me go ahead and tighten up. Let me get everybody back on, y'all. Let me slide this off so we can get everybody back on and back right. But like I said, in the morning, I can talk while I do this. But yeah, the business credit is very, very, very essential, especially when you're building a company. It's one thing that you want to do right. Uh-oh. Come on, Phoenix, I was adding you and you went out. Let me see. Phoenix, can you hear me?
Ta-da! To the Eddie Kane. Dying. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. I hear you real good.
Okay. All right.
So
All
yeah,
right,
I was
sweet.
just explaining to him that just trying to show him the reason why we do the things the way we do. And like I said, it was nothing wrong with the information he was getting. Like he wanted to help, and that's awesome. That is awesome
Yes.
that anybody gets some information they want to help, man. That's awesome because everybody's not trying to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, he did. I did hear that he said he would donate the CDs so that we can definitely share the information and teach people. That's totally cool. Thank you so much, good brother.
So yeah, in the morning, like I said, I'm gonna tackle the HUD. I'm just gonna pull up the portal and go through it and try to explain it the best way I can. But someone asked the question
Let's
earlier
also give them the what was that? What's the question?
about, and when we was answering about would the Dawes Rose help? And in the morning, I'm gonna tackle and show you how being able to prove that you're an American Indian with HUD Section 3 is serious. It really, really, really helps because those funds are for the Indian, for the American Indian.
That's right. That's right.
So that's the major part that people keep missing when they was like, oh, it's the government and we're going back to the government. Wait a minute. We got some stuff for us. Y'all don't even know it. And we trying to tell y'all, just get off
That's right.
government nuts for a minute
That's right.
and just sit back and listen to
Mm-hmm.
what we're trying to tell you. There's help. And
Oh, there's so many. There's so much more. Like, and then keep in mind, there's still people that have to be toppled. I told y'all about my experiences. What was it, Coach? Was it 183 or 184? Section 183 or 184. It's also HUD. And that gives you American Indian loans for guaranteed loans through the Department of Interior for a house. And I
So
got denied for not being federally recognized. So I got beef. I just had other things that I had to do, but they still on my list of asses to kick. So you take the names and you can kick ass later. You just don't forget. And you have to work in certain, depend on the jurisdictions, what the timeline is or the statute of limitations for you to be able to sue and act out on these particular things. You generally want to be in the county in which the occurrence happened, where it happened, in order to sue them effectively.
well, let me give it to him like this because people saying they're going to read more. And I'm going to give you a little more motivation. when you start reading HUD and start digging into those different sections, you're not going to see HUD anymore. Okay? You're going to see PIH.
That's right.
Public Indian Housing.
Housing. Yep.
Public Indian Housing. I just want y'all to know that. That's what HUD is. HUD is under PIH. Public Indian Housing.
Yeah, just say that one more time, just in case for the people in the back. Say that one more time, please.
HUD is the acronym. I mean, HUD acronym and all this other stuff. As you start reading the different phases, you're not going to see HUD anymore. When you go on the HUD websites and start reading about HUD, it's all PIH. It's all PIH. Public Indian Housing, okay? That's what it is. I don't care what section you go to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
184.
I don't care
exactly.
which one you go
it's all
to.
the same.
If you're reading under HUD, it's PIH, okay? That's what it is. And I'm going to show you in the morning when we go through all these portals. Man, wait a minute. They did all this for the Indian? Wait a minute. And we talking about, oh,
That's right.
no, you need to utilize this stuff and get on your feet. Go get everything that's yours. And what your boy say?
Go gentrify your stuff back.
That's right. Go get your shit.
What's going to happen if y'all all start showing up in Crown Heights? What y'all going to bump into? Y'all going to prove some Jewish people only trying to rent to Jewish people, and that's what? Discrimination. Now you get $2 million because they played you and you couldn't get a goddamn apartment in this specific area. You met all the qualifications, but for some reason you just wasn't a good fit. How hard do y'all think that's going to be? It's not going to be hard. But these are some of the things that you're going to have to push so that we can get these issues heard and exposed. And once they're exposed, guess what? They can't hide anymore behind the same things that they've been using to oppress us for years. Now we got the tools. Let's use every last one of them. We're going to use every last tool in the shed because we didn't really have any. We just hired a mechanic to come and fix shit. We ain't ever really looked in a toolbox.
And Section 3 is just something that we've been working on. We got so much. Like she said, like it may be in the thousands. We got some stuff, man. We got some heat. So I think we might need to go over the stuff that we already done been over. So when we start going forward and they start talking about things that we already went over, well, everybody will be already caught up. Because this is a lot of stuff. And it don't hurt to go back to you know what I'm saying? Take a couple of steps back to move forward.
That's true. That's true. That's going to help in this case because we're going to have to hit the ground running the moment that we're able to travel and move around freely again. We got a lot of work we got to do. And I suggest we get ready for the next fucking disaster so we don't get caught slipping no more. And if we able to secure our families and get our shit together, we ain't going to be the ones crying next wave.
I'm ready to throw a party. Y'all got me excited. I'm ready. I love this information. When y'all start talking, this my shit right here. We talk this shit all day. Oh man, I'm cursing. Grandma done threw the chair at me. I done got hit in the face with the shoe. But say it one more time. But yeah, no, for real though. It's a lot. PIH, y'all. PIH, Public Indian Housing. We really need to dig into this stuff that we're going to give you all. Like she said, I hope that you all do have pencil and paper. Go back and rewind this. Just write down the minute marker when we say stuff. So you can go back and catch it. So you can do what you need to do. Like Tahaya Bale. That brother got a lot of stuff. I would like to talk with you and help you get logged into the portal. Make sure that you can see that. You can get those different things in there. Just make sure you you have EINs for whatever you want to put in and run with it. I'm Coach Crew Cut, Aboriginal Eve, I think. He said, who is this brother? I need his channel. I'm Coach Crew Cut, KREWKUT. Everyone, I will be sharing this video. Great work and info. Tasha She is in the building. What's up, Tasha She? Oh, I don't see her nowhere. I see somebody speaking. All right, what else we got? Let's get this motherfucking land and business popping. Okay, yeah. So anything else that, no, not with a C, Shebi is crew and cut with a K. But yeah, the reason why the Mexicans have all skills in business is because they teach each other the skills. We had to do the same for Indian family. Okay, let me see, Coach. All right, no problem. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, we got a lot more, especially with the land banks. It was some things I wanted to touch on before we get off, because we just jumped around a lot because we're gonna be doing individual builds on each thing. So when we come on,
Listen, the Mexicans got a whole different type of discipline that our people just don't have. For one, the Mexicans will live 12 in a one-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? They got a different type of discipline. They all get paid the same amount of bread, and they stretch their bread out. Can't be mad at them for that.
Phoenix, we look deep.
You can't be
over
mad
here
at them
too
for
now.
that. That's something our people can practice. They do a lot of bullshit. Don't get me wrong. But dude, everybody put their money together? No, they don't.
Yeah, over
No,
here
they don't.
do.
They don't buy the block. Our
We
people
do.
ain't been doing that. They can't wait to get away from one another.
Yeah, I know that's right.
And this is the things we have to make sure that we starting to, you know, to change some of those dynamics and shit like that. This wasn't just about finding grandma. This was about busting up family dysfunction. This was about breaking generational curses. This was about fixing things inside out. We had to walk backwards just to get to this point. At this point, everybody should know what it is, what they want to look forward to. And we didn't start on this journey thinking to come out empty-handed on another, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not supposed to be any results. That's not, we ain't them people. We're not those people anymore. We're never going to fucking be the same again. So either people going to face that shit and keep moving forward and get ready for some action. Everybody's not ready for it. It's not their bag. This is our bag. Everybody don't have the same situation with their grandma and grandpa that we do. We can't expect them all to be interested just the same. They're not all really going to give a fuck. They're going to fall off. They can only deal with us for a certain period. And then when they don't have that commonality with us, that's when they start resenting us. You got to understand this shit. You got to understand this shit. It's been this common resentment for the last 500 years, man. So we going to have to get out of that. And we can't be afraid to be healthy and wealthy, man. We can't be afraid to be winners because everybody else is used to failure. They're used to crying. They're used to not having any solutions, resolutions. They don't know who to include. They don't know who to exclude. They're having a hard time. We ain't got time to be teaching grown people. We got to go back in the crates, and we already had to reprogram ourselves. Now we're trying to make this shit habit for our children and habit for our grandkids to come, right? We ain't got time for all these other motherfuckers.
That's right.
They gonna waste our time just so we can't get to no type of finish line because they know that shit ain't going nowhere where they going. And they're okay with that. They've proven that and demonstrated that they're okay with going nowhere. All that crying with the baby gonna do. All that crying with the baby gonna do. Now we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna get our shit together. We got the law. These niggas is talking about anti-government. You know what I'm saying? But they want that $1,200. They want that $1,200 though. I'm gonna help they stinking ass. You know, y'all hit that email up. I'll show y'all how to get it. You don't have to. If you have your AGI, it's be helpful. Give me some to help yourself. Have the AGI, even if you didn't file for 2019. You have your 2018 AGI, and you're under I don't know, whatever that single person is, depending on your state. So you'll be able to get the stimulus even if you didn't file for 2019. Especially if you had a 2018, you'll be able to use that AGI. It takes 5 minutes, get it done. Get your debit card information. I don't care if you got a green dot or whatever card you got. You better look on their website and find out what your direct deposit information is. I ain't going searching for the shit, but I will help you get to the couple of dollars that they're gonna send you. So if y'all want assistance with that, I do see a couple people already hit us up. That's good. Just have your 2018 AGI and be ready to roll. I'll send you the link. It'll be done in 5 minutes. I'll stay on there with you. I don't need to see information. You do it yourself and fill it out. Tell me what you see, and I'll guide you through it. We're gonna do it that way. And then it takes 5 minutes. Let's get us together. You ain't got shit to lose. Get they $1,200. Stop talking shit. Get that couple dollars and get on your feet. Cause this motherfuckers that's ain't doing nothing, and they gonna get it, and they gonna get it in their account anyway. So that's good. But like I said, check on your elders. Make sure they didn't lose too much with their 401k. You don't really know what's going on. And see if there's any qualifications they can have. And still, like we said, I know I said this like 2 years ago. Did y'all try and turn y'all people's houses into homesteads and stuff like that? That'll alleviate a lot of tax responsibilities that your elders have. There's a lot of things that we can do to simplify our things, yo, because the worst thing we're going to do is get caught out there in the event that people die and pass on. We don't know what the fuck to do and how to fend for ourselves. Of course, when grandma go, don't nothing be the same any motherfucking way. But the only way to restore some normalcy is to take the fucking reins and don't let up the yoke. Don't let off that motherfucker. Fuck how they feel. It's going to be what's best. You think grandma cared about everybody's feelings? Well, she did, but she had a way to let everybody know what she said goes, right? And there was no feelings involved. It was delegation.
Right. Phoenix, can you hear
of
me?
Authority and the right thing to do. Yes, I can. I can hear you, brother.
Okay, you had some questions, and I didn't want you to leave them. Bonton, who just left, said if you got, because you had just said about the 1,200. He said if you got a legit business, you can get a you can get a free $10,000. I wanted to correct that. I don't want everyone thinking, Bonton, come on, man, you can't get a $10,000. It's not free. It's a loan. The only way you don't have to pay the loan back is if you keep your employees and you do not fire them. If you keep your employees and you do not fire your employees, you do not have to pay the money back. That's the only way you can. But if you do not have employees, the money is loaned to keep your business up and running through these hard times, especially if you like cutting hair, doing women hair, doing nails, and they shutting all you down. Those $10,000 loans, it's first come, first serve, and it's so many billions of dollars that they're giving out for businesses. So if you do have like he said, a legit business, go file and go get your money. I'm done. That's all I wanted to say. Somebody else said they're accepting Cash App. Yes, they're taking Cash App as well. And somebody said, what if they haven't filed taxes for a couple of years? They already have a link.
Who's taking Cash App?
Oh, yeah.
Who's taking Cash App? The IRS taking Cash App?
Yes, the IRS is taking Cash App.
Wait, who's taking Cash App?
Yeah, that's
facts. You gotta be
IRS is taking Cash App, y'all.
Oh, they hoeing. Oh, shit.
Cash App send out all the alerts today.
That's right. That's
that
definitely do
people
it.
who had Chime. If you got your taxes on Chime, you got your money already. If you like with a credit bureau, your money will be hitting. They will start delivering checks.
They're building it a couple of hours ago.
Go ahead. They did what?
Yeah, a couple of hours ago. They hit a couple of hours ago. They just guaranteed the seniors and the people that get Social Security and retirees. That's also going to happen for the people on unemployment. So everybody's going to pretty much have equal footing to get the $500 per child per dependent and $1,200 adult.
Now, if you
So
paid for a
take the
child
money.
fee,
What y'all gonna do? You gonna have to spend it out there anyway at some point.
but
Um,
Phoenix, if that child is
right.
17 and you
Now
claim that
people should
child
be
because he's in high school,
saving their money anyway, because when this is over, that rent still don't get washed away.
no, what I'm saying is you don't get the $500 for your child at 17. If your child is 17 years old and he still's in high school and
I'm listening.
you claimed him on your taxes, you won't get $500 for him. No, you won't. If you just had a baby in 2020, you will not get $500 for that baby. What else was it? It was the lie that if you have child support, you
Oh
would not get a
no,
check.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lie.
No,
That's a
no,
lie. They
absolutely
only
not.
taking
No,
half.
that wouldn't count. That wouldn't count.
They're only taking half. If you owe, they're gonna take half and make one
That's
lump
not
sum
true. This
payment.
is a stimulus. This can't even be interfered with fully. I don't think they can take all of it.
Yeah, they're only taking half. They're taking half. If you owe child support, they're taking half of your stimulus. If you
Right.
are getting, if you have a job and you pay child support, on that check that they're adding $600 on top of your unemployment, the government is only, they're taking half of that to pay towards your outstanding balance on your child support. They're taking half of this
That's
of
gonna
the
go towards your back money.
right. It's going to that's
Right,
right.
but you still
Correct.
gonna walk away up with something, so you better off doing it, because they
Right.
probably took your whole federal taxes. At least this stimulus, they can't take it all.
Right.
And you'll be able to walk away with something. So,
And then all
don't
you
feel
gonna
too
take this and
bad.
get your shit right,
You
and then
know,
you're gonna go vote for a
get it
Democrat.
paid off. Shit, it wouldn't hurt. Let me tell y'all something. It wouldn't hurt some of y'all brothers to do scratch offs and stuff like that. Play low lotto every once in a while, hit a number every once in a while, because when they take it, you pay $3 to get $5,000 and let them have it, and it's going towards your back money and stuff like that. It won't hurt. Just think about it sometimes. You just them little couple $2, get a damn scratch off. You win some money, they'll take it. When you go to cash it, they'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And that'll go towards your back thing. Y'all gotta be creative with that and get up out those arrears. Sometimes challenge the shit. Sometimes don't agree to it. Try and make a side deal with her. Y'all gotta stop letting these little things be the reason why, if you the niggas taking care of their kids, they really ain't, going through all of that.
Phoenix, somebody asked,
And
what is
they shouldn't be
AGI?
going. Adjusted gross income.
You get that?
That is your adjusted gross income on your taxes. Forget what line it is. Might
I only
be.
get Social Security and SSI check. Can I get help? Yeah, you get a lot of
You
help.
will get it anyway. You will get it automatically. If you get SSI, Social Security, you will get it automatically. You don't have to do anything but
And I
check your
found out
card in
today
the
that
next
each
couple days.
bank they're giving the checks out to each financial institution. So like the credit unions will
Right.
get
Wells
theirs
Fargo,
the
credit
credit
unions,
union is
right.
getting theirs on the 16th,
Mhm.
which is Thursday. And then different banks is getting it. So just if you get money already through the government on a card, don't even stress you. It's gonna come to that card.
Seymour Clear said he has a funny story about scratch tickets and on child support. You definitely could tell it one time. We like to laugh and shit like that. You gotta laugh at shit like
Seven
that.
God want me to ask a question. What I'm asking Seven God? Let me see. I'm going back up. I don't see Seven
What's
God.
up, Seven?
I went back up to see what he want. Oh, what if they haven't filed taxes for a couple of years?
Queen Majestic, what was her question? What's your question,
Her
beloved?
question
Hold on,
was,
let
what
me
if they
scroll up.
haven't filed taxes for a couple of years? What they have the website.
2018, darling. If you filed at least a 2018, you'll be able to get it.
Wait a
All you
minute,
need is your
Phoenix.
2018 if you didn't file last year. And then they even have a non-filing option. I don't think
That's
it
right. They have
matters
a
at
website up
all
right
whether you
now.
filed in 2018 or not, honey. It doesn't matter. Get the $1,200. It doesn't matter if you filed in the last 2 years. It just makes it really easy. Now, let me tell you though, what's going to happen is if you haven't filed in a couple of years, whatever is the last one that they had on file, that's going to be, you're going to have to change your routing number to where you want the money. It doesn't matter if you guys didn't file.
Phoenix, what they did was they
Yeah.
came up with a portal. If you haven't filed in 5 or 6 years, or 10 years, or whatever, they have a portal for those that has not filed, and it's asking for they're asking for your banking information. It's
Right.
asking for where you live to update all your information, and they sending you that check.
And that's that, right.
That's right.
They're sending it to you. It does not matter. So don't let that be the reason. Okay, the one through the IRS.gov, that's the one. Just if you don't have the AGI, that's fine too. It still is going to lead you somewhere. You do have to create an account. It's not a big deal. Let's work through it. Get the fucking money and stop bitching.
Hey, just go.
Get the
just
money.
Google,
Get the
say-
money.
Just Google it and say,
Right.
where's the portal for the stimulus check for if I haven't filed? Just say that shit to Google, and I bet you the page is gonna come right up. A million folks
Right.
didn't hit it in the last couple of days.
Right.
It's gonna be at the top of the search feed.
That's
I
right.
promise you.
Even the IRS will redirect you there because it's a separate portal that they put you in too. So once you verify your email and stuff like that, and then you'll be able to track it. They've also just now created a tracker, so you'll be able to see exactly when it's deposited, if it's accepted, right? Because it does still have to be accepted even after it's transmitted to the IRS. So you'll be able to check and see if it's rejected or accepted for whatever reason. And then there's always going to lead you to whatever step you have to take, whether it's the portal that you haven't filed in a couple of years. But this one, you'll see where it gives you a non-file option. Either way you do it, just apply for the money. You have absolutely nothing to lose, right? And
That's right.
a couple dollars
I
to
would get the
gain.
money- I
So
would- yeah, get the money and go. And like I said, don't go buy no gym shoes. God damn. I hope they keep all the gym shoe stores closed when y'all get their money.
shit, y'all say that stimulus and we go buy us some land. Say
I'm
that
trying to
stimulus
tell
and
you.
we all go be shareholders and buy us a couple acres. How about that? Let's
Celeste,
go get
I'm
us
in the
some
same
acres
boat you
somewhere.
in. But yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Because on the portal that it adds, that just says that you don't, you try to go file, it's gonna say, if you file, do not fill this page out. If you already filed, do not fill out this page. And
That
you
is
don't want-
correct.
you don't
That
want
is
your
correct.
name to
Take
come
your
up as
time.
fraud. It'll be a minute before you get that
But
check.
that's right. Take your time. And if you don't have one, you can get a green dot. Even if you have a PayPal, that's like you check your routing number for the card that you have. If you have a, what did I say there? I said a My Vanilla. I see a NetSpend. It doesn't matter. They all have direct deposits. On every single prepaid, I don't care what kind of card it is, it all has some sort of direct deposit. So find out what that information is, and go through the website and get the couple of dollars. Don't. And if you see somebody, let them know how they can get it too. Like, share the information. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Share the information. Show somebody else how to do it.
That's
right?
right. Yeah, each one teach one. That's
Listen,
right.
you could do it. You could do it.
R.
Yep. Yep.
Bonton ain't playing.
You can even.
Boy, Bonton
Thank you
ain't
so much,
playing.
Bonson. Thank you so much.
Contribution. That boy ain't playing.
Thank you so much, beloved. Thank you
Facts,
so
let's do it.
much.
I'm down.
So yeah, that stimulus is available to everybody. Like Coach said, it's gonna be really self-explanatory. It is so not invasive, all in your business, asking you for a blood sample and the middle name of your firstborn child. It's not all of that. I promise you. It's really quick. Get your $1,200, find out what your routing number is, and go take care of that shit. Go take care of it. Half you niggas, you can't stand them no way. Well, let them pay you $1,200 because you can't stand the motherfucking government. How about that? Go get that. Look at it that way. Go and get the goddamn bread. Ain't gonna break shit, ain't gonna fix shit. We're gonna put it out there. You got $1,200 to spend. It'll go towards your child support and you'll get to keep some. They may have took your whole tax return. Look at it that way. However you gotta see it, what you got to lose. You got 10 fucking minutes you scrolling on the internet. Go and get that couple of dollars. $1,200 for your headache. That
If
could
you
be for your
working,
leisure
okay. Now, if you
activities
make over
whenever we're able
90,000
to
a
go back
month, I mean,
outside again.
if you make over
Huh?
90,000 a year, yes, you're not getting it. I'm
Ye-
sorry.
Some people are not going to qualify. That is correct. That is correct. But you kind of know that by the people that haven't filed. Anybody making 90,000 is filing some goddamn taxes. You're paying, right? We got to pay. We don't get to get returns. You know, you got to pay. So in any event, you know, you should know that already. But for the people that haven't filed in years, and you definitely don't meet that 90,000, that $75,000 criterion, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
That's right.
Get the
That's right.
$1,200. Why wouldn't you? Put it on something. It's going to count for something. You're going to need that shit, right? Get it down while you can still afford a loaf of bread. It would suck to get that $1,200, and when they lift this shit, a loaf of bread is $11.99. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
let's
So,
take care of that. Yeah.
so basically, we're gonna hit it up. I know I'm gonna do the HUD section 3 in the morning. I'm gonna go through the portal. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna come in as Professor X in the morning. We're gonna get that work done in the morning. And then let me see. After that, we're gonna do I don't know. You got anything else we're gonna tackle? We're gonna get back on these land. These what was it?
Yes, we're gonna get back to the land. We're gonna get back to the land. We're gonna get back to the land. And show those other links and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, anything else we need to go over tonight? Because we got to keep people going to want to try to get back and get this information. I know we really didn't go over the links. I didn't really pull them up. I got them pulled up. We really didn't break them down. But I know if we start breaking them down, we're looking at another
We
hour
could
or two.
put them.
So we'll just make it a
We can put it.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Montan,
Oh, wow, brother. Thank you so much.
Boy,
Thank you
that-
so much, beloved brother.
Shit.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you
good
very,
looking
very
out,
much.
big homie. Tiffany Gibson said this
Yeah.
was an awesome show. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody would enjoy the information. I'm happy to give it as much as we can get. Like I said, I'm gonna do it's gonna be a little early, so y'all don't get mad at me if y'all get the notification.
Y'all can catch it on the recast. We early birds.
That's right.
Yeah, catch it on the
because
recast.
I'm gonna get up early, and that's a lot of information.
Oh,
to
we
go
got
through.
some. Right, and Moon got a surprise for y'all. Got a surprise for y'all in a couple more days. Just give me a couple more days. I got something new and different. We're gonna it's gonna be new and different. It might be a little smoother than what people are used to also. So we'll talk about that. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'll be available with Coach. I see the guys saying
Phoenix,
that
you
they
gonna be on
email
with
up.
me in the morning when we go through HUD Section 3?
I'll be up, beloved. I'll be up, good brother.
Shit.
Absolutely. Drinking
That's what I'm
coffee,
talking about.
maybe on my first cup.
Okay.
Yep,
You know
maybe
I'm
on my
gonna be up
first
running
cup.
it. That's what's up. That's awesome. So
Right,
y'all know if
right.
you're up in the morning, because a lot of y'all going to bed early. Y'all ain't got to go to work tomorrow. I'll be looking to see
That's
y'all
right.
up early tomorrow.
Well,
with
some
us.
people do have to log into their computers, though. They do have to log in because they are working from home. That is
Yeah.
absolutely true what they are doing.
That's right.
Yeah, but we got a whole bunch of different opportunities and stuff like that. I'm gonna actually see if I can get someone want to interview somebody that's really interesting, got a really interesting story. We probably gonna, and because it's a historical one, we probably will go straight to No Grandma Killers with that one because it's all family. It's really deep. I'd love to get them to talk about this story. It's like, oh man, it ain't nothing easy being in India. Let me tell y'all, ain't nothing easy about it. I don't know. This is why the problems, the things that we have to deal with. So now the sister, not only does she need support, but we got to kind of make a little noise because this is something that I've always talked about, and I haven't put my head out there on the guillotine in that perspective, in that regard. but she has, and they tried to cut it off. So we're going to have to talk about that because we're all going to bump into these problems, especially people outside of uh, the five civilized tribes and them having their relations. But as far as the rest of the people, you're going to have what you're going to have and how they still act funny. And keep in mind, a lot of these roles are not open, even for these other tribes outside of those five civilized tribes. They have nothing to do with the Mohegans or the Huron or the Micmac or, you know what I'm saying, or the other Indians throughout the coast and stuff like that. So people are running into problems. We're really going to see how we're going to start tackling these things. Let's see if we can get that person, the sister on there to talk about it and tell it from her perspective. Definitely different. Definitely different. But what else y'all got going on out there in Indian country? What's happening? Anything else y'all want to talk about? What's going on in y'all hood? Anybody we need to flip on? Any corrupt officials we need to spaz on? What's their name? We're going to put like a mailbox. Drop that in the Grandma Killer mailbox. Y'all got somebody y'all want to spy on? You want to get somebody to see what they talking about for real? They keep harassing you. Let's deal with some of these oppressors and see what we got. See what's going on in your hood. You need to report that so we can have some kind of hotline or something where we, making sure we're barking up the correct tree. You know what I'm saying? Start pulling some FOIL requests on these people. Certainly, if you have a complaint about how they handled you, somebody else does too. And probably they have a history of that. You need to be fully aware of that. They want to get all up in your business. You need to get all up in theirs. It's certainly a two-way street. Keep that in mind. Remember, just think of how rude your grandparents were when back in the days when they used to answer the phone. You answer the phone and they'd be like, Phoenix Moon, who's calling? They didn't be like, yes, hi, this is her. Oh, yeah, this AT&T. Oh, yeah, you owe us. Oh, let me go get my debit card. Like, let me go get my checkbook. That's not no shit Grandma and Grandpa said. And we don't know how to handle business. We be sitting there, just giving it all up smooth and shit like that. And they was like, who the fuck is you? Excuse my language. But, yeah, we got to get back to that. We have to be a little more cautious. And look, we don't respect our privacy, and now they're looking to take it away, right? So keep that in mind. Everybody else told us we was bugging with all this cell phones and stuff like that. We don't need all that. I don't need no fancy phone. Ain't that what Grandma and them said? When you got them on the phones, oh, they still wanted the flip phone, right? They wanted the flip phone. They don't want an iPhone. So now we give away all these permissions and stuff like that every time we accept the terms and agreements with these apps, and we give away a little bit of piece of our privacy each time for some sort of social media experience or pleasure or convenience. We kind of do it to ourselves. This is why we need to have our own entities and stuff like that so we can come off the grid. We don't need to keep talking about Google and all these other people and then still be using their damn devices. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother just sent $150. Google's taking 49 of it, 49%. That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. Like, we got to make sure that, we are doing things that make sense to us. You know what I'm saying? And we need to own more of our own things, and we have to be supportive of it. You see? So with that being said, just don't be afraid to dream either. Some of this shit that we have, our greatest things that have been invented by our people comes from the dreamer, the person that that isn't afraid to dream. You're never too old. There's no time stamp on that or age limit or anything like that. Y'all need to keep that in mind. Don't dream too much where you sleep like Rip Van Winkle and shit. You ain't got to do it like that. But definitely, the imagination from the most creative people on the planet, absolutely, it's good high time we have some real live invention that we could be proud of. Somebody that's comes out of this particular, era that we're in right now. That would be really nice if it's something that everybody gonna use for thousands of years to come. You know what I'm saying? You might be that brother that got the that spacely sprocket everybody waiting on. You know what I'm saying? So, some cool shit that hasn't been done yet. You know what I'm saying? So Well, that's that. We'll be on in the morning for the early birds. You know what I'm saying? Coach and Moon. And that's that. Everybody else, y'all have a grand evening. Keep well, stay safe. It's good to see y'all because I know as long as y'all in the chat, y'all taking care of yourselves and everything is healthy. And I wish everything is healthy around all of y'all, you and yours. And for the people that's going through things, certainly I want to send my condolences and complete sympathies to you. And everybody else, you know, just hold on. We're going to get through a lot of shit. We've been through some crazy stuff in, you know, last 6 decades. So, and it ain't over. We just got to be better prepared. You know what I'm saying? When preparedness meets opportunity, we always going to be all right. No need for panic. If we stay ready, we ain't got to get ready. That's it. That's all.
That's right. So before we go out, I'm going to play the song that was sent to us from the brother. I know he's waiting on us to play it. I played it for the intro of the song. I'm going to go out with it before I go out. Anything you wanted to say to the people before I play this song?
Peace a la chique.
Peace a la chique. All right, y'all. We out, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the morning, y'all. Peace. Let me turn this up. Here we go.
Yeah, against all odds, I fought against all odds. I never thought I'd see the light of day. The dark it gripped me in my heart so long, yeah. And now I think I finally found a way. Even though I fought against all odds.
My grandma told me we the Indians. I was 9 then. They said, where your tribe then? It was stolen from us. Paper genocide and I'ma keep fighting till my soul out my skin. Library ancestry called the elders again. Might jog y'all mind with a gal and a gin. Even as a boy, grandma knew I was a man. Willing to face what I didn't understand. If you said boogeyman, I thought it was a man. Started to treat him like my dad. He'll stop by when he can. Since they didn't, I was Dutch splitting, watching grandma. And so I cooked good chicken. Took a while to realize I'm on a mission. Civil rights about Indians and fuck recognition. Right to own government and own religion. Indigenous to this planet, but they teach our children.
I never thought I'd see the light of day. The dark it gripped me in my heart so long, yeah. And now I think I finally found a way. Even though I fought against all odds.
The revolution won't be televised. Indians waking up from genocide. We were winning the war, they signed treaties on the side. We still here, they teach our kids we died. Or we from Africa to take your homeland ties. Ironic that line, trying to take our pride. But I symbolize the scars and blood that dry. Wanna ask Prince where the hell I make a dog cry. Seeing the indigenous get killed from the sky. Reclassify, wanna kill who you are inside. If you aren't copper color, how you cheap over tribe? Been a long time coming, but the time has arrived. To stop poverty and end genocide. Equality has the rich terrified. Reality has changed before your very eyes. Then when they call criminal was only in the sky.
I never thought I'd see the